Hey guys, it's Mahel here, and in this video I'm going to be giving you my review of my first year studying management at the University of Nottingham, or more specifically, Nottingham University Business School. If you haven't already, then make sure to check out my video on why I decided to choose a business management degree. You can check that out by clicking the info card in this corner or in the description below, and that'll explain more why I chose a business degree. One of the reasons being money, of course, but if you want an in-depth explanation as to why I chose a business degree, then make sure you check that video out before watching this one. But before we get into the video, I'm proud to say that this video has kindly been sponsored by IQ Student Accommodation, who are a student accommodation provider with over 66 properties across 27 cities in the UK. In fact, being a student at the University of Nottingham myself, IQ actually have multiple properties in Nottingham for both the University of Nottingham and Nottingham Trent University students, and these are in prime locations within the city. Based on IQ's research, there are actually 9 items that students would like to complete their room goals. Fairy lights, a TV, a makeup mirror, a film service such as Netflix or Prime Video, a music speaker, a diffuser, lighting, bedding, and last but not least, a games console. Together, we've teamed up to allow IQ students to win one of these 9 items, with the Nintendo Switch games console being one of them. Personally, I think the Nintendo Switch is the perfect item for your room goals, as not only can you pair it with the TV, which is another one of the room goals items, you can also play it on the go due to its portability. Not only this, I'm a massive fan of the Pokemon series, having played since Emerald in 2005, so when I was literally 6 years old, and Pokemon Sword and Shield are soon to come out on the Nintendo Switch, so by winning the Nintendo Switch, you too can play one of those games. The links to both IQ Student Accommodation and their giveaway will be in the description below, so make sure you check those out so you have a chance of winning a Nintendo Switch console. This competition is only for IQ students, so if you are an IQ student, you have the great possibility of winning a Nintendo Switch games console in order to complete your room goals. Moving on, I'm now a second year management student at Nottingham University Business School, after having just completed first year and achieving a 2-2. Having achieved a 2-2, I did pass first year. However, it's not that great of a pass, but the reason I only got a 2-2 is that I didn't put in much effort. And the reason for that is that first year doesn't count towards your overall degree classification, so what you achieve in second year and third year counts, but what you achieve in first year doesn't. It simply appears on your transcript. So considering I didn't get a third, I'd say a 2-2 in first year is alright, but it would have been ideal if I get a 2-1 or above, but I'm going to end up getting that in second and third year, don't worry. So considering academics wasn't my focus in first year, my focus was more just settling into university and getting used to living independently, having been at home around my friends and family, but having to make new friends at university. In my first year studying management, I studied a total of 9 modules, and they are as follows: professional and academic development, work and society, managing operations in the digital enterprise, quantitative analysis for business, consumers and markets, organizational behavior, fundamentals of financial management accounting, entrepreneurship theory and practice, and business economics. As I said before, first year doesn't count towards your overall degree classification, and so the business school even called first year a foundation year. And so there was quite a lot of breadth across the degree modules, and it wasn't that challenging. And I actually like this because it basically sets you up for what you want to choose in second year, like it did for me. There are 6 core themes that modules revolve around in BSc management, and they are as follows: business and society, entrepreneurship, marketing, operations management and information systems, organizational behavior and human resource management, and strategy. Personally, I like that there were 6 themes and they were all covered in first year, as then it gave me the choice of what I want to continue and place a focus on in second year, and what I don't want to continue and not place a focus on. I'd have to say that my easiest module was professional and academic development, as this was basically 100% coursework and didn't have an exam, and my hardest one would have to be quantitative analysis for business, as whilst 30% was coursework, the 70% exam was really difficult, and I'm just not good when it comes to quantitative stuff. So if first year taught me anything, it's that my quantitative skills aren't that great, and so that is why I decided to avoid any quantitative modules in second year. I also found that I performed best on coursework, having achieved 55, which is a mid 2-2, on a piece of coursework that I literally did 48 hours before the deadline, and having not been to any lectures for that module. So to achieve 55, having not been to any lectures for a module and doing it 48 hours before the deadline, and this is promising for second year, as it shows that with a bit of effort by going to lectures and actually spending more time on my coursework. In second year, I could easily achieve a 2-1 or minimum. So if I achieve 2-2 on a piece of coursework, having not been to any lectures and doing it 48 hours, let's say I spend 3 weeks on a piece of coursework and actually attend every single lecture, a 2-1 shouldn't be difficult in second year. Furthermore, with first year having been a foundation year as such, it meant that I was able to make mistakes and not get penalised for it as long as I learn from the mistakes and not do them in second year. As if I do the same mistakes in second year, then yes, I will get penalised for it as it will count. Whereas in first year, any mistakes didn't really count, if you understand what I mean. In terms of the course itself, I have to say that so far, I am satisfied studying management at Nottingham University Business School, and we're going to see how second and third year goes so that I can give you my overall verdict on the degree. Moving on from the course itself, what did I think about the teaching quality and the resources available? I have to say that most of the modules were delivered quite well, and there wasn't an instance where I was frustrated with the amount of information provided. However, in some instances, I did find that lecturers were extremely difficult to understand due to how strong their accent was, and it didn't help that one of these lecturers didn't provide lecture recordings online, meaning if they said something in the lecture and you didn't get to hear it or you didn't understand it, you wouldn't be able to go back on it unless it was in the PowerPoint. But obviously, lecturers say things beyond the PowerPoint, so considering there wasn't a recording either, sometimes you just have to miss a piece of information, which was a bit frustrating. In terms of lecture recordings, most lectures were recorded, which was great across all modules. So this meant that I was able to go back on a lecture, say if it was close to exam season or if I was doing a piece of coursework, and this was a vital learning resource, as without it, I really don't know how I would have coped through first year. I'm someone that prefers to learn by watching things rather than reading through stuff. So in first year, I didn't actually do any reading, to be honest, even though there was a reading list. However, I know the importance of a reading list, so I will be using it in second year. However, in first year, I do get the question, do you need to do a lot of reading for management? And I would say you don't have to. I mean, of course, it would help you do better. But again, like I said, first year is only a foundation year as such, so you don't have to. But definitely don't go into second year thinking that you don't need to do any reading, because you will mess up right there. In terms of the business school itself, the buildings are very modern, and there are actually 2 buildings that students use for the business school. They are Business School North and Business School South. We even have our own business school library within the Business School South, which is great as when libraries fill up during exam season. So for example, you have Hallwood Library, you have George Green Library, and you have Genogley Library, which are the 3 popular ones. You can go into Business School Library and use that as their usage space due to it being for only business school students. I commonly had lectures in B52, which was quite spacious, quite modern, and very big. There are also many computer facilities available. So for example, if I had forgotten my laptop when I was on campus and I needed to do a piece of work, then I'd be able to use one of these computers on both Business School South and Business School North. So this was very helpful, and especially in the Business School Library, there are many computers available, and you had open computer spaces, but you also had like pod sort of style computer spaces. So depending on how much privacy and quietness you wanted, you had your options right there. Another great thing that I like is that although Business School South does close technically at around 11 o'clock, Business School North is available 24/7 using your key card, and this is great because let's say it's 2 AM and you want some space to study, then you can go into Business School North instead of having to go into library and finding some space. Because believe me, when you're in summer exam season, libraries still are full at 2 AM, but going into Business School North is no problem at all. So overall, in terms of resources and facilities, I'd have to say great stuff, Nottingham University Business School. You've done well. It is worthy of mentioning that NUBS is located on Jubilee campus and not University Park campus, which is the main campus for the university. However, this isn't too much of an issue to me, other than the fact that I believe that Jubilee campus just doesn't have the same sort of student vibe as University Park campus, but that's a personal opinion and it's nothing to do with Nottingham University Business School itself. It's more to do with the general university, because obviously NUBS can't control how vibrant a student life is on the campus. It's down to the campus itself. So when you're just going around Jubilee campus, I just don't feel it has the same sort of vibe as University Park campus. But again, that's not NUBS' fault, but it's something that you should be wary of due to the business school being on Jubilee campus rather than University Park campus. The last thing I'm going to talk about is employability, and this is something that I feel that NUBS has done really well with. So as a business school student at Nottingham University Business School, you're automatically enrolled into Business Management and Leadership Society and Nottingham Economics and Finance Society. And both of these societies often hold events where you can meet top companies such as Deloitte, JP Morgan and more, and get an insight into what it's like to work for these companies. But also they have loads of events where you can get your CV checked out and whatnot to just generally boost your skills and employability and give you an idea of where you want to work in the future after graduating, or even if you want to get a internship in your penultimate year. But beyond that, the business school actually often sends you emails and gives you notices after lectures telling you about the different opportunities available, such as I think every week you have a CV session where you can pop in and just hand someone your CV and they'll check it out for you and give you tips on how to improve it. I know that I'm going to be using this personally when I'm back at uni, as I need to get an internship after my penultimate year. If I take a year off, that'll be something that I'm going to look into actually, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. But it's something that I do want to explore, taking a year out after second year to do an internship full time. So in order to do that, not only am I going to look within the business school for those opportunities from companies such as Deloitte, JP Morgan and EY and more, but also I'm going to be using the business school to boost my CV by getting it checked over and just asking them about the application process, because these services are all available via the business school and they were available in first year as well. So even if you're in third year, you don't feel like you're more of a priority than you are in first year, or similarly if you're in first year studying management, don't feel like you're less of a priority to those in third year. There are opportunities available for students in every year at Nottingham University Business School, and that is something that I personally like, because literally as soon as I started, opportunities started flowing in, and some of you might be thinking it's way too early, and some of you might be thinking this is exactly what I want. So if you don't want the opportunity, you don't have to follow it, but at least it's being provided, and that's what I like. Furthermore, if I ever needed support, then I had a personal tutor that I was able to reach out to and arrange a meeting with, or there was a skills and development manager that I was able to reach out to also ask about employability. So there were many points of contact where I could reach out to and just get some help regarding my degree or employability. Something that intrigued me was that in December 2018, eFinancial Careers placed the University of Nottingham at 17th in the university list for getting a front office job at JP Morgan. This was amazing to see, as in the future I would love to work at a top banking firm or the Big Four, for example, and so by the University of Nottingham being 17th worldwide in the list of universities for getting a front office job at JP Morgan, this was amazing to see and just shows a bit of promise that after graduating I'm in good hands in terms of getting a good job and a well-paid one as well. And therefore it also suggests that my degree should end up being good value, because after all, studying a degree doesn't mean you're just going to get a degree and that's done. You need to study it to get good value out of it and to get your return on investment. But that is going to be it for the video, guys and girls. I hope it's been helpful to you and I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope that it's given you a bit of insight into the business school at Nottingham University. But also, if you did enjoy it, then make sure to leave a like, comment below and subscribe. Follow me on social media, that's at Mahel Khan on both Instagram and Snapchat. Especially make sure to follow me on those two social platforms, so as I will be posting more content on there. That's at MahelX on Twitter and official Mahel Khan on Facebook. Let me know in the comments below what other videos you'd like to see from me, whether it be second year related videos, more freshers videos or anything else. And also, if you think you want to study management at the University of Nottingham and you have any questions regarding that, make sure to comment it and I'd be more than happy to help you. Make sure to check out IQ's giveaway in the description below if you're an IQ student, as you do have the chance of winning a Nintendo Switch console. And last but not least, this has been Mahel. I hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you have had a good day watching my video. And I'm out. Peace.